The flame
that burns twice as bright.
burn.
Half as long.
A pleasant day, ladies and gentlemen.
We are Adrian,
I am Avila Esteban.
Agustin Jomar,
Abilgan Joey,
Saint Coblen. Abana Meljan.
Hajana Jane, Anyana Ella, Labaho Femdayan, Postalas Casimay,
Presenting
Luminous flames.
and
Non-Luminous Flame.
First of all, we would like to give an overview about luminous and non-luminous flame. If you ever asked why there is a luminous and non-luminous flame, or if you ever wondered why there is an orange-colored and bluish-colored flame. If yes, then sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of our presentation.
most flames work by combining molecules with carbon and then with oxygen from the air to make carbon dioxide that release back into the air. Luminous flames are the yellow ones. Although they can get some oxygen, they can get as much as they need to turn all of the carbon that's being burned up into carbon dioxide. This is why this kind of flame produces salt. Since it can release all of the carbon as the carbon dioxide, some of it gets released as the black stuff and smoke.
Non-luminous flames are the ones that burn blue. These flames have access to as much oxygen as they could possibly use, so they can burn very efficiently. All of the carbon that gets used can be turned into carbon dioxide, so there's actually no soot. Because luminous flames don't burn as efficiently as non-luminous ones, they don't produce as much energy. This means that the non-luminous flames have a lot more energy than luminous ones, and their flames are actually hotter. This is why the luminous ones look yellow and the non-luminous ones look blue. Hotter flames burn blue and cooler one burns yellow.
So, getting back to your question, why do we have luminous and non-luminous flame? The reason for that is simple, because not all situations are the same. Either you have enough oxygen or not, or either you have the same heat temperature or the same fuel. Therefore, it's either luminous or non-luminous flame. And have you ever wondered why the flame on your stove is color blue? Or when you light a matchstick or a candle, the color is yellow? Well then, you have watched the right video.
A candle is an example of luminous flame. The substances which vaporize during burning produce flames. In this candle, the molten wax rises through the wick and is vaporized during burning, forming flames. As the molten wax further vaporizes, it forms a yellowish flame known as a luminous zone. The luminous zone is a moderately hot because of limited supply of any oxygen.
In the insufficient supply of oxygens or air, the fuels burn incompletely, producing mainly yellow flame. This bright yellow flame which produces light is called luminous flame. The candle flame is luminous and yellow because of the wax which produce small unburned carbon particles that rise in flame, get heated up and make the flame yellow and luminous.
The second example of a luminous flame is a matchstick. A luminous flame is bright, light yellow, emitting a usually a yellow flame. For example, if you light a match and watch it burn, this is an example of a luminous flame. The smoke that we see in the matchstick is actually the tiny unburned particles resulting from an incomplete combustion. When the matchstick catches a fire or is burned, the heat released due to the burning of chemicals on the match head partly decomposes the wood tone from wood gas. The wood gas then catches fire and then produces a flame.
The two examples mentioned in a luminous flame is brightly visible. Producing a deliberately luminous flame requires either a shortage of combustion air or a local excess of oil. Because of this dependency upon relatively inefficient combustion, luminosity is associated with diffusion flames and is distinct with premixed flame. The flame is yellow because of its temperature, to produce enough soot to be luminous. The flame is operated at a lower temperature and it's efficient heating flame.
Now let's proceed to non-luminous flame. So what is non-luminous flame? Well, it is blue-colored flame with produce very little light. In other words, when fuel and undergoes complete combustion. It is non-luminous flame. The example of this one flame is gas stove.
The flame in stove top is blue because the carbon dioxide molecule is formed in an excited state from carbon monoxide combustion with oxygen atoms, and it is metastable. Eventually, the excited carbon dioxide dissipates its energy by collision and transfer processes that are broadened by rotational motion to create a blue background emission. Moreover, the flame is blue because they do have unlimited supply to oxygen and no deposit of soot, and it is product of complete combustion of fuel and has relatively high temperature.
Now, let's proceed to producing luminous flame using an improvised torch. We shall use cardboard as a fuel or combustible material and a bamboo stick to have a torch-like structure. And heating or burning this type of fuel will trigger or generate orange flame, or what we call luminous flame. This type of fuel or combustible material only produce luminous flame because the products of its combustions only resulted and produced orange flame due to the having low temperature or an incompleteness of its combustions, the same with candlelight.
We have the same combustible material. However, it has a twist. The next thing we shall do is we will add or mix substance such as perfume or previous combustible material that we use in order to generate or produce bluish color flame, or what we call non-luminous flame.
The combustible material cardboard alone only produces luminous flame due to its completeness or combustion and low temperature. But when you add flammable substances or products such as perfume, which contain methanol, it will produce a bluish flame because of the chemical reaction that the flammable substances produce. Now you have a non-luminous type of flame because it generates complete combustion and obviously contains a high temperature.
In conclusion, the difference between luminous and non-luminous flames lies in their capacity to emit lights. Luminous flame emits visible light due to the presence of solid particles and are associated with incomplete combustion, while non-luminous flames do not emit visible light resulting from complete combustion and higher temperatures. Non-luminous flames are very hot in nature compared to luminous flames. It is crucial to understand the difference in these two because it explains how we see the world around us, from simple everyday objects like the sun or the moon to the latest technology. Understanding these two flames is essential. Thank you for listening. We truly hope that you have enjoyed the presentation and have a good learning experience. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our presentation. Thank you and mabuhay.